We're going to do a little demonstration of the Dutchess model DUT/DXM SS pizza press. This pizza press is an all stainless steel cabinet. It's got a swing out 18-inch diameter platen. The bottom platen is unheated. The top platen is heated. We have digital controls here. As you can see right now we have it set for about 120 degrees. We have a thickness dial here. As you turn it, you're going to raise or lower the thickness of the platen, the space that's there. And we have what's called a cam overlock, so when you bring the handle down, it locks in the down position while the dough is pressing. Very simple machine to operate. First of all, we're going to be pressing a couple of 20-ounce pieces here, and I'm actually doing them in two different thicknesses. The first one I'm going to do is going to be set up for a little bit thicker pizza dough, maybe somewhere around a thick crust pizza. I've already got my down pressure setting set for that. I just bring this handle down. I'm going to give it a few seconds to allow the dough to flow in here. And usually about 6 to 8 seconds is going to be enough. When I bring the handle up, I now have a pressed pizza dough. As you can see, this dough is very, very pliable. It hasn't been par baked or anything. It's ready to take right to your pizza pan. And this is what's the nice part about it. Because the dough is still so pliable, you're going to take it and you're going to still have that hand stretched look and the finished crust. So that's a little bit of an example of how you do that. You'll notice when I brought that out that it did not fill this whole thing. Now I'm going to set it down a little bit thinner to a thin crust pizza. Again, I'm going to spray it with some food ready spray. This is, again, is a 20 or 24 ounce dough ball. It's actually a fairly large dough ball. Light spray on there to handle down, lock it in, and give this dough a few seconds to flow. In some areas here, because it wasn't perfectly centered, it's actually flowing out, which is fine. It's just going to mean that you can actually do larger than 18-inch pizzas on here. So now this one here pretty much fills the platen. Same size dough ball as the first one, but this one here is much thinner. So again, I can take it to a pizza pan. This pan here probably a little bit too small for what I'm working with here, but you can give it a nice raised edge if you're so inclined, and you're going to be able to fully manipulate the dough to whatever it is that you want to make out of it. One of the questions that we often get is, I do 12-inch and 14-inch pizzas. Can I do that on there? And the answer is definitely yes. The diameter of the dough that you're going to get out of this is really dependent on two things. The thickness that you've got the machine set for, and the size of the dough ball that you're going to put in there. So I'm going to run through 4 quick pieces here. We've already done a couple of 20 ouncers. I'm going to try one here. This one here is 14 ounces. So we're going to place that in there. And I've got a little bit different setting that I have, but the next 4 pieces are all going to be done at the same setting. So you're going to be able to see how we can vary the diameter of the dough simply by using a different weight of dough. So in this case, we've got a 14-ounce piece, and this piece here would fit very nicely on this circle. Again, the dough is very, very pliable, much as if you had hand tossed it by hand. Now I'm going to take a 12-ounce piece, place it in the center of the platen, a little bit of spray. Because it's locked down, I can actually go over to the bench and I can, work a little bit, prepare my next piece. And I'm just using cardboard here. Of course, you'd be using pans, but you can see now this piece is a smaller diameter than the last one, even though the thickness was set the same. And so now with the same setting and just varying the dough weight, we've made 2 different size pieces. The next one I have here, I'm going down in 2-ounce increments. So this one here is only a 10-ounce piece. It's that one in there for a few seconds, and we're going to see what we come up with here, but it should be a little bit smaller than the other two were. And again, I think I got too large of a circle here for this one, but for demonstration purposes, I think you can see that we are continually getting progressively smaller pieces. And last but not least, here I have an 8-ounce piece. And this one here is going to be the smallest one we're going to demonstrate today. But you can go down even smaller to where your pieces would be as small as just a matter of a couple inches diameter. So it is quite a versatile dough press. And the dough comes out nice and smooth, silky, and most of the people that use a dough press will usually try to set it for a little bit smaller piece than what they need, and do a little bit of hand stretching to get the final size, and that way you're going to have your handmade looking crust. The machine that we're using here today, like I said, is a DUT DXM SS. We have other models available. We have them air operated. We have economy models that are clamshell style. We have another one coming out here pretty soon that's it's more of an economy model, but the platens do come straight down. They all work the same thing. You know, you have your thickness setting, your temperature setting, and you place the dough ball in there, and you're going to get the desired diameter of pieces. With a tortilla press that has both top and heated, you can even go a step further and par-bake your crust in there. So it's pretty fast, it's pretty efficient, it's clean. You're not working with a lot of flour. You use a little bit of food release spray. A lot of times the dough is going to be covered with that already from storage in either a tub or a tray. And so you need very little applied to the platens or to the dough to keep it from releasing. It's also available with Teflon coated platens to make it even slipperier and then things to release easier. So if you're in the market for something to make dough press or dough skins, you want to reduce labor, reduce training, Dutchess Pizza Press should do the job.